and seen as the leaders of this, and so we need to try to figure out how to create education better so that we can solve this problem. Thank you.
Thank you, Utah. Thank you so much.
Well, unbelievably so. That was the answer to the question. A recent report shows that in 40% of American families with children, women are the primary earners, yet they continue to earn less than men. What does that say about society? That was Miss Utah. She went on to finish third in Sunday's Miss USA pageant. But she created a discussion about how pageants are scored and what really goes into taking home the crown. So we decided to go directly to the king of crowns, Cyrus Frakes. Good morning, my friend.
Thank you for having me.
Welcome. So, yeah, man. So she blows the question.
Yes.
He doesn't even, she answers 3 different questions, not any of them the one that was asked.
She blew it epically. Yeah, it wasn't just a meltdown, it was like a wow.
Yeah. What? And she still comes in third runner-up. You know, so and I guess that's the question is, how does the scoring work? How does one actually take home a crown? You've won, what, some 1,400 or so in your
and adding daily. Adding daily. Our kingdom is growing. I think with pageants such as Miss USA, the way that it's scored, I think what people don't understand, and it's my understanding that when the girls go into the top 15, all their scores are wiped out.
Okay.
So you get individual scores. So after they do swimsuit,
right,
then the scores are wiped out. After they do evening gown, the scores are wiped out. And then they get to the top 5 in the final question. It's my understanding that celebrity panel of judges do not score you on that question.
Right.
They're merely watching the girls answer the question.
Okay.
And then,
so even if gobbledygook comes out, that she isn't penalized for that.
Well, we don't know that she's not penalized, but they don't have a score sheet in front of them.
I see.
They have their computer base. But it's my understanding they actually score the girls after that when they bring the girls out for a final look, where the girl comes and stands and all the lights are there and they're pretty. And I think the celebrity judges are supposed to take into consideration their overall performance on live television, from opening number, swimsuit, evening gown, and then of course the question. And I think sometimes, you know, I think maybe either their beauty or their evening gown or their swimsuit performance outweighs actually what they said, and a girl can actually score higher than, you know, last place just because she bombed her question.
Sure. Well, of course, who can forget the other question that left our heads shaking collectively when Mario Lopez was, say what? Lexington's own Caitlin Upton in the 2007 Miss Teen USA pageant. Now, she went on to finish third as well.
Recent polls have shown a fifth of Americans can't locate the U.S. on a world map. Why do you think this is?
I personally believe that U.S. Americans are unable to do so because some people out there in our nation don't have maps, and I believe that our education, like such as in South Africa and the Iraq, everywhere like such as, and I believe that they should, our education over here in the U.S. should help the U.S. Or should help South Africa and should help the Iraq and the Asian countries, so we will be able to build up our future for our children.
Thank you Lopez saying, thank you very much, South Carolina. Now, and actually, it turns out she was actually one of your girls.
Yes, she was one of our clients.
So were you there?
Yes, third row. I got to see it in living Technicolor.
Oh, goodness gracious. Now, I mean, and we can pick on the girls for whatever reason, but there's a lot of pressure that goes into standing up there because they can pretty much ask anything they want, right?
Well, they can ask anything they want. That's what I call it the Russian roulette fishbowl.
Right.
Because you always know there's going to be one question in there that's going to be difficult. And sometimes a girl can be, you know, a Rhodes Scholar and they can pull that question out and nerves will get the best of them and they'll tank. And then sometimes you'll have a girl that'll just fly up there by the seat of her pants and sound like she just, you know, gave a presidential address, and it just is what it is, but that's the whole goal. I just hate that a girl spends, you know, years getting ready for these national pageants, and then their whole performance is defined by 30 seconds on stage.
Right.
Doesn't matter what they did or how much community service, or they could have actually won interview, or they could be a 4.0. It all comes down to what people see for that 30 seconds and what comes out of their mouth. In Caitlin's case, you know, she was an honor student. We'd never had any problems with her on stage.
And she's a great girl.
Yeah,
I mean, I've
she's
met her
awesome.
several times. We did the show on Lifetime together with her. She's a great girl.
She's an amazing woman now. And I think that is the difference. I've seen where a lot of shows are comparing her clip to Utah. Caitlin was 16.
Right.
So I don't think that's a fair assessment. She was 16. Utah, I think, is 21 or 22. You know, and I don't.
So you have some years and some experience.
Yeah,
behind
you know, you would kind of expect Utah to kind of have a better handle on that situation. But, you know, we've all been put in, you know, live situations. I even told you before coming on here, nerves always get the best of me when I know it's live. And then you've taken these girls to Las Vegas. They do nothing but make appearances and represent their state for 3 weeks. They compete for 3 weeks.
It comes down
you
all
know,
of a sudden.
It all comes down to
Lights
30
are on.
seconds. So, you know, it could be they're tired, probably they're hungry would be the biggest thing. You know, they're standing there rambling on thinking all I really want is a cheeseburger.
Sure.
You know, but I just think that they don't get the credit. And you and I even discussed that in this day and age of social media, it will live forever. It will live forever. It will live forever.
She'll get fame out of that if nothing else.
Exactly.
Cyrus Frakes,
So,
King of Crowns, thank you very much.
Thank you for having me.
It's
I
a great
appreciate
kind of
it.
snapshot into what goes into making or breaking a queen. All right, guys, we'll stick on. We got a lot more Good Day Columbia on the way. We're going to go from wishing we could eat a cheeseburger to eating some IHOP pancakes, celebrating 55 years of flapjacks, and we're going to make some here live. Stay with us.
This is Miss South Carolina, Allie Rogers, and you're watching